Okay, this is the lovely little church of St John. I'm just going to go inside, show you. It's the oldest church in the South Island of New Zealand. Lovely wooden building. Many of the buildings in this part of the world are wooden because the forests are just so abundant. As you can imagine, an early community, 1843, worshipping here, and not much has changed. Quite a conservative community, and people still go to church a lot. So, and then out here we have the Pioneer Cemetery. Wakefield was settled in 1842 by Sir Arthur Wakefield, who came here and found to find farming land for the new colony. Sadly, he was killed in a skirmish with the Maori people nearby, and he's actually buried in this cemetery. Not quite sure where. But so lots of lovely old graves, and then if we go up this way, we can see, looking out over the mountains and the lush countryside. So it's all very beautiful. And in winter time, those hills and mountains have snow on them, which is nice. So I'm not going to turn this wretched thing off because I can't get it to work properly. So hopefully Chris will be able to cut all the crappy stuff out. And the church has just been painted, so it's all fresh and looks very pretty in the countryside. I ride my bike and I'm taking photographs.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, my mum lives in Perth and she was to come here for a holiday, but she had a fall and wasn't able to come. So I'm taking photographs of the village to show her because I've only lived here 6 months. So.
Oh, you live here?
Yeah, I live here. Yeah.
Oh, how nice.
So I'll send it off to her. Thank you. I love living here. I love living here.
Okay.
Bye. So we go back down the hill, past the lovely big trees, and of course in springtime this is all just so lush, but of course you can see it's lush now too, but New Zealand people think it's all very dry, which is quite amusing of course. If it goes more than 3 weeks here without rain, it's a drought. So just heading down the hill here, pick up my bike and ride back into the village. So you can see that's the main street of the village, and just pick up my bike, and you can see the building was erected in 1846 with 2 additions by 1870 and is the oldest church in the South Island. So pick up my bike and ride down the hill. This will be a bit faster than coming up the hill. Oh, still getting used to the hills in New Zealand. So we'll ride down here, past the school, past the worship centre. The church, St John's, has a worship centre for new families and younger people who don't like the traditional service, and it's very well patronised by young families. So, and now I'm coming, on the right is the street that I came up, and now I'm going back. This is the school, complete with swimming pool. It's its own 25-metre swimming pool, which is not uncommon in New Zealand. I'm not sure why they have to have their own pools, but they do. And there's a lot of controversy about them closing and drowning rates in New Zealand. But most schools in Australia don't have pools, but we don't have lots of drownings, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. Some things in New Zealand are very odd. The road toll is very high. Drownings are high. Child poverty is horrible. About 25% of New Zealand children live in poverty, according to the United Nations Save the Children Fund. So this is a Methodist church here. see the old post office, which is just being renovated, and here we have the supermarket, which is also well patronised. It's about 15-20 minute drive to Richmond, which has all the bigger facilities, but this is quite adequate for my needs. And then Cafe Rhubarb does lovely pizzas, and then going into the village square, and this is where we have Wakefield Market on the first Saturday of each month. Tea rooms, the village hall. Sometimes I go to the sewing group I have there. There's a preschool. Hairdresser, builders. Across the road you can see the general hardware and odds and sods shop. You've got the most amazing array of things in there that you'd never think you'd find anywhere, but you do. And then back out on the main road again now, so it'll be quite noisy. And coming up there's a cooperative of craft makers who have this building and sell lovely things. I just bought a birthday present for a friend, and the ubiquitous garage, of course, and the dairy, which is for us in Australia a deli, but here they call them dairies. I presume that's because you used to go there to get your milk in your pail, so they're still called dairies. It was very confusing when I first came here. I saw ads for property that says short walk to the dairy. I didn't quite understand what it meant, but it meant that now just coming up to the crossing for Bird Lane off to the left and Bird Road off to the right. It's a really nice bike ride up through there too, but I won't go up there today. So you can get to the village around the back way, and it's a really beautiful ride over the river. And here I am in lovely Bird Lane. Farmland on my right, sheep, stockyards as you can see, cows grazing. It's really beautiful. Someone else out riding, and there's my lovely cottage. The delivery boy. Hi. Doing the local paper. Now I'm going to drop my bike here and just walk through the grounds. So as you can see, I have this lovely driveway and quite beautiful hydrangeas. Horses and cows and there's calves there recently. I don't quite know why the gentleman across there collects all those calves, but it's the one blot on the landscape. Oh, here we are. So I go in the front gate and you can see my lovely cottage with the solar panels that I've recently put on, which is making a big difference, and I use what I can and then the power company buy the rest. So that's all the help. And my beehives, as you can see, I rent those, and the beekeeper comes about every fortnight and checks, and then later in the year I'll get the honey. And I've planted some fruit trees, feijoas, which are lovely New Zealand fruit, and a plum tree and apple tree. And my beautiful garden. It's off a bit now because of the warmer weather, but in the springtime it was absolutely stunning. I just kept going out and walking around in it because it was so beautiful. So this is my veranda, the lovely cane setting, and walk through the front door, and off to the left is my lovely bedroom with my beautiful twill curtains and bedspread, one of the few things I retrieved from the house in Perth. So, and then a nice hallway, and then off to the right is the lounge, dining area, and my lovely kitchen, and a lovely new deck. It's been raining so much we haven't had the chance to sand it back and stain it yet, hopefully tomorrow. So, and this is my amazing veggie garden, and as you can see the tomatoes are absolutely nuts, but sadly it's been not very sunny, and I've got lots of fruit but nothing quite ripe yet, so a few coming on this one. And then I've got potatoes growing in buckets which are coming on, and I had some on New Year's Day and they were lovely. So I'll go back indoors through the lovely French windows and back and bathroom, toilet, and little tiny spare bedroom which I thought I'd use as an office, but actually my office is upstairs, so at the moment I'm using it as a packing space for my trip away, because I'll be gone nearly 3 months. So, and here's my laundry. I have a designated laundry. A lot of people in New Zealand have the laundry in the garage, but I'm lucky to have my storage and everything indoors. It's great. And I'm going up the stairs now. There's 2 lovely big bedrooms up here, but this I've taken over as my office, and an enormous amount of work has come out of here in the last 6 months. But I sit here and look out over the mountains, and in the winter time when I moved here there was snow up there, so that's quite different from Perth. And there you can see the cows and the field next door, and then the bedroom for visitors. So Mum, this was where you would have been had you been able to come, and I hope you will be able to come in April. So just walk back down the stairs and out through the back door, and I have a huge garage which I don't need, but it's good to have anyway. So all the grounds were done before I arrived, and this lovely stonework which keeps the water at bay when it rains, because it really is quite monsoonal when it rains. A rainwater tank which overflowed the other day because we had so much rain, and Betty Beetle in my lovely shed. So great for storing stuff, and a big resale if I ever decide to sell, which I won't be. And the agent who sold me the property said that she could have sold it 5 times over after I bought it because of the large shed. So anyway, that is my life in Wakefield. So I'll just walk back to the front of the house for one last look, and this is all the gizmos for my solar panels and stuff. It's really getting going now. So this is me, and I hope that this gives you all a bit of an idea about where I am and what I'm doing. See ya!